Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here. We're going into Alliance War. Now, this week we started out number 15 in Masters, and then we got this, as you all know, matchmaking 4 for whatever reason did not work, and we did not get an Alliance War for war number 4, and that was global. So let's get into the good stuff. The actual gameplay of war number 5. We are up against Savage Squad, and Jason from Jason and Jabari Gaming, he sent me this message pretty much right away when he found out that we were matched up for war, and he's like, hey, let's make a bet. I'm just like, I'm not a betting guy normally or ever, but I was like, yeah, all or nothing, So he comes back, he's like, all right, well, bragging rights. I'm like, all right, deal. So I shake on it. And yeah, so we are going to do our best to get those bragging rights, whatever that means. All right, so my assignment for this war was to go up path 2 with Thing, and if you know what Thing can do, he can absolutely just wreck this path. So we boost up. I do put an indestructible boost on just in case, like this guy had like crazy MD and the AI was passive. Got to special 3 and through the special 3 when I didn't have protection up. So as you know, with Strike, Counter, Fury, you have to alternate your combos, but with Thing you don't, and you don't want to. You just want to ignore it, and that actually gives you the benefit. So you just straight go full combo on this guy, and you can see that I'm alternating full 5-hit combos ending in a light, and the next one ending in a medium, next one ending in a light, and just alternating back and forth. That's what's giving me those suppression debuffs on, which is actually reducing Sorcerer Supreme passive power gain, which is nice. That means she's going to throw off less specials. And those passive Furies, they're building up like crazy, but that's okay. Every time I block a hit, I activate protection because she's hitting so hard, it just activates protection, and I have a max sig rank 3 Thing, and so I basically take no damage, or in this case 1 health point per touch, which is absolutely nothing. So there we go, we finish her off with a special. You do not want to throw any specials until you know you're going to kill, if you're going to let those Furies build up. So yeah, Thing does his thing, and we're going to move up to the next fight. We still have that invuln boost going, and we're up against Overseer. Now Overseer is going to become stun immune, and he can auto block after his specials. So you do need to be aware of that, and you're going to see how I deal with that. So first up, now normally I would just kind of play Strike, Counter, just ignore it, and try to build up the Furies. But just to make this fight go a little bit faster, I'm going to play around Strike, Counter, Fury a little bit towards the beginning and try to build up my Furies manually, because you either convert rock stacks into Fury by getting to 20 and then letting your timer run out, which if you make another contact, it refreshes that and you don't get the Furies, or if you're at 15 to 20 rock stacks, you throw a special. So I convert 20 right out the gate just to kind of get me some extra damage. You can see after he throws, all I'm going to do is hit him once and then block bait, and then he will normally throw the heavies. And this node has Power Focus 1, so there's really, it's very difficult to get them to a special 2 or anything beyond that. Now there, I did think that the green shield from Cap was down, which gives him the stun on the second hit, but I just missed it by a hair. Not the biggest deal. I did have that invulnerability boost going, plus I believe protection was up. And yeah, so we're just gonna one hit, block, one intercept, block, bait the heavy, retaliate, and then until that green shield goes down, just kind of play very, very, very defensive, and then just go to town. With Power Focus 1, you can just keep hammering into them. So pretty easy fight there with Thing ignoring the Strike, Counter. And then we're gonna do that one more time. Now I realize that people may not like Thing play. I really enjoy him. he doesn't finish the fight in 30 seconds. You actually have to fight some, you can't crazy boost and, blitz somebody down with Corvus or Ghost or whatever in like a blink of an eye. But me personally, I think Thing is awesome and he's really fun. On this one, we do have the Masochism. We do have no white max pre-fight. We don't need it. Between the parry stuns and the suppressions that I'm applying through the power down tactic by alternating my 5-hit combos, ending in a light, ending in a medium, those are going to eat up the Masochism. He's going to heal a little bit, not a big deal. But you can see with the suppressions on, because Symbiote Supreme's power gain is solely based on that passive power combat rate, we're really locking him down quite a bit. He's not going to throw very many specials in this fight. Now Sorcerer Supreme, she has a mix of passive and combat power rate. That's why you saw her throw significantly more specials in that first fight compared to this fight. But we're just going to keep smashing him, alternating the combos. The suppressions every so often will eat up the Masochism. That means I can get a clean parry in. If not, I just need a double parry, block bait to get his heavy thrown and then counter it. And we're just going to keep smashing. This fight goes very, very smooth. Thing is immune to nullify, so if I do happen to dex out of like a special one or late out of a heavy, it doesn't matter. I can't take any damage. And you can see throughout this fight, the strike counter, the actual node, because there's so many buffs and icons, passives and everything on both mine and his side, the strike counter stuff just goes away. It doesn't show anymore like how many that I have 0 heavies or 0 mediums or lights left. But yeah, we're just keep smashing away. I did put on another invulnerability boost just in case, again, he goes passive, doesn't throw a special, and we don't have protection up. Generally, protection is up most of the fight, but there are those instances where the AI might go passive and might throw the L3 if he gets to it, and L3 with 20, 30. In that case, how many furies, passive furies did he have? He had 76. So yeah, that's crazy amount of attack. It would kill you. So just to be safe there. So now we're going into section 2. You can see there's not much time on the clock. We're winning by a few attack bonus. And I have this assignment to go with APOC against this Dr. Doom. This has the defective defense where if you block, you get those disorients. It's got a passive heal block, and then it's got window of opportunity stun. And right there, I was trying to dash back. I was not trying to parry. Window of opportunity stun was still up. I did do a power start 1 boost. I used that special one to just get some space out of that corner. I did want to get to special 2 first, and I did want to apply withers and everything, which because of, I don't know, one, I was a bit rattled after I got hit by that, and then I ate that L1, didn't dex it right, wasn't playing well. This is early in the morning. I had done my duels, I was doing fine, but once I got hit by that window of opportunity stun, it was no good, no bueno. So we do get off an L2 with the concussion, which is great. We're just going to block most of the L1, or not L1, the L2, and then we're going to keep heavying him to ensure that we can keep that concussion up, because if he throws an L1 with the concussion up, it is very likely that the Hazorath will not get activated. And that's always nice because, you do not want to have to deal with that, Apocalypse. He is not immune to shock. There's no willpower healing on this node. I get a nice dex on the special 2. We're only at 30%. He's at 60+%. Not looking great. I can't take too many special 2s into the block. Again, I missed the dex on the special 1. A bit rattled. I'm just backing off because Hazorath did get activated. We're going to heavy him down. Boom. We're going to lock back in that weakness and the concussion. And here we're going to go into a special 2 and get the degen active. A lot of debuffs going, getting some decent damage. I did put Hazard. The concussion prevented him from stealing and being unblockable on that one. Yeah, but I did put on Mutant back boost. It didn't help me a ton because I didn't have any charges on APOC, but it did help a little bit. We squeaked out of that one. But that is kind of a rough fight. But the one nice thing is, I don't know if you noticed, Apocalypse permanently turns off Window of Opportunity stun after he's Disorienting Immune. I'm not sure why that's working. I took that fight several times in the off season and it worked like that, so you can stun after it, but yeah. So I move up to the Magneto. I don't fight it right away. I had to go to church Sunday morning, and I was like, look, I put on a 6-hour boost, took out the Doom. I'll come back and take the Mags and the Nebula. Now, Magneto, he is a high ground defender, but we did take the boss down to make this and like the Ebony Maw fight a little bit more easy without having to deal with high ground. I put on a regen boost, and this is Window of Opportunities, or not Window of Opportunity stun, One Eye Open. You think don't hit well under stun? Not so fast. Not with Thing. With Thing, I'm at 20 rock stacks. I activate protection. I cannot take damage. So it doesn't matter that I hit him while I'm under the stun when protection is up. So I'm going to use that a few times in this fight. Something that I haven't really seen anybody try to use yet on this path, but definitely should be in consideration. So you're going to see here again, we're in the shock phase. I get my protection downtime thing back, and boom, we hit him. Now there, I missed the parry. I did trigger protection. I did take a little bit of damage back because the rock stacks weren't at 20. But yeah, it's okay. Now here, the one nice thing with Thing against Magneto is when he throws a special one, he gets that blue passive icon up, which is like a unstoppable nullifier. And I'm going to use that a few times in this fight. Here again, I'm building up my rock stacks, and then I'm heavy, boom. You know, the bleed phase did take out a few of those rock stacks, but I can just cleanly get a heavy, get an opening to hit him, trigger protection, and then come back with another parry and full combo, because I won't take any damage if I'm at 20 rock stacks, or very, very little with that max sig. So here, we're trying to bait out his special. He's being really, really stinking passive. I'm like, all right, let's do this again. We're gonna heavy, I think. Boom, here we go. We can heavy stun him again without taking any damage back from One Eye Open. I think here we're gonna do a draft back. Yeah, a little drop back, intercept, special one. And we're just gonna keep smashing away. I think I just got hit that one time in the fight. Here we're building back up rock stacks. We're almost at 20. There we go. See there, I triggered the heavy just a hair before protection was fully back in place. That's all right. A little bit of chip damage there. And here he goes unstoppable, but I have my blue unstoppable nullifier up so I can counter that for an opening, and we get the kill. One hit taken, not the fastest, pretty safe. Obviously the high ground was disabled to make it even easier. And then this fight, Nebula's a beast. And we got another Apocalypse. I've gotten every war that we've had this season, the Apocalypse on the map, I've got assigned to it. And this has got to be, I think, by far the easiest one. So I did a power start 1 boost just so I can get to a special 2 quicker. I was hoping that I was going to get more shock charges from hitting him while in the shock hazard shift phase. We just went for it right there. Just missed killing him off with those 13 turning into 26 shocks. And we get a few more shock charges there, parry, and he's dead. So that went pretty quick, about a little less than around 35 seconds or so. And yeah, so we clear the map. So it was just me and right there to the left of me, Vask, my teammate. We were both fighting these 2 lanes. He just took out the Domino, and then he was going he's gonna do some duels and go back into that Ebony Maw. But yeah, 40 minutes left in the clock, and yeah, everybody in the alliance, I think we're stalking us, watching to make sure that we didn't die. But yeah, so we cleared the map there. It was pretty easy fights there at the end. And our battle group, you can see there, it was 11-9 with that one fight left. Oh yeah, before we get into the battle group results, let's show off the boss kill. So Jay Goody 723, long time buddy in my battle group. He has Killmonger boosted crazy, indestructible, special 3 boost, skill boost. But this is the key. We were able to slot in a Winter Soldier on the team. Now you might ask, why do that? Right there. Any intercept activates Killmonger's True Strike. So from the gate, he can just get going to town. Now I've seen a lot of videos of Killmonger taking down MODOK, and I think the trickiest part, and you take a decent chunk of damage blocking and trying to find openings and stuff and get around his auto block, is that first 30 seconds or so, trying to get him to a special one where he can throw his special one and you can immediately counter it and activate the True Strike. With Winter Soldier on the team, you can get that with just an intercept. The AI is aggressive enough, you're going to be intercepting. He throws the special 2s to build up those indestructible charges, which is really nice. It's just extra way to make sure that you can't take any damage if you happen to get clipped. And Jay Goody, he's just going to town. Great draft back intercepts, gets off another special 2, tons of bleeds, 21 bleeds stored up. Now we were talking about this fight, and I told him, hey, you did great. The one thing that McLeod, another one of our battle group officers, is like, you had 20 something bleeds, about more than halfway through the fight. You probably should have just went to special 3 and killed him with a bunch of those bleeds. But it really doesn't matter. The one thing that you'll see at the end is like the time difference between us. One thing that we personally don't take too much concern into is the fight time. I know a lot of other alliances, like, they try to get the fight time as low as possible and all that. That's great. It rarely comes into play. Especially, it seems this season there's just a lot more deaths just because of the bans. It makes it a little bit trickier to get all of the counters that you may want in play. So we always just try to make sure that we get as much attack bonus as we can, and if you take a little bit longer in the fight, so be it. As long as you get the attack bonus, that's all that matters. And now he's going to launch off the special 3. We're going to get all of those bleeds stacked up. Let's see how many he actually activated that with. 36, and boom, just dead. So great job, Jay Goody. Gets the solo on the boss. So for our battle group, we had 2 deaths, they had 5, so we beat their battle group. Obviously the time difference, quite a bit different, even overall across all 3, but we won 11-9. Solid job to Savage Squad. They put up a good fight. It was a lot of fun, a lot of banter, friendly banter in the Alliance War chat, but we did come out the victors. And again, here's Jason, Jay Will. I told him, hey, I expect payment in full on his war video number 5, so I'm hoping to see that soon. But yeah, here's my bragging rights, I guess. Just a few fun images to show that we won. But yeah, they've beaten us before. I'm sure they're gonna come back strong next time we meet up with them. But as far as my war, 6 fights, 6 kills, no deaths, 24 fights on the season, 24 kills, 1 death. And we moved up from number 15 overall in Masters to number 8 overall. It shows number 5, when we look at the ranking screen. That's because 1, 2, and 3 aren't accounted for. But yeah, it's number 8 overall. We're 3-1 on the season. So after 5 wars, technically 4 because the 4th war was canceled, 3-1. That's great. and we're just gonna hope that we can keep playing strong. I feel like we're getting better. I feel like we're getting into a stride. We had a few unfortunate mishaps. One guy, making a silly mistake by applying the white Magneto pre-fight and then entering into a fight that he was just looking at, stuff like that. It's really silly, but we're gonna clean it up. I know we can get some lower death totals, but yeah, we're doing pretty well. I'm happy where we're at. 3-1 in Masters. It's a pretty solid spot right now. And then here's my little graphic that shows all of the attackers that I've used. Added a chunk to Thing, added another one to APOC, added another one to Nebula. I fought all 4 Apocalypses that have been on our BG2 map so far. They've all been downed. And yeah, all the defenders that I've beaten. Yeah, and again, great job to Savage Squad, Jason, J Will, Meta, Daddy Longlegs. I watched a lot of his live stream stuff. There's a lot of great players in SSX Savage Squad. Congrats to them. They did put up a solid fight. It was a close war. Could have gone either way. I think they probably had a few battles that they felt they could have done better on. And yeah, we'll meet up again soon. I'm sure we will. But yeah, everyone, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.